Irrigation.
Hey guys, welcome to Suchi Farms again. But this time it's not about the Doberman puppies. We're here with Scott, my good neighbor. That he's the expert on our date palm trees, and he's gonna be showing us how to pollinate. What do you got in here?
So these are the male parts of the male flowers of the date palm. These come from the male date palm. This one was cut very recently. This one was cut about a week ago.
Okay.
I've got another one that was cut recently. Right here, this is a little bigger one.
Oh, nice.
And what you'll see, I don't know if it will show up on the video, but the dust that flies out, that's the pollen. That's the magic stuff right there.
Wow.
When you'll see that these flowers are kind of dry and they've cracked open. These are still mostly closed. They'll make a little pollen too, but they will, well, you can kind of see spots on the bed of my pickle. There you go.
Yeah,
little
there.
pollen stain right there. So what I'm going to do, you've got a few of your female medjool flowers starting to open. I'm going to give you some, I'm going to pollinate those today, and then we will go ahead and give you a little bit of pollen. So if you see more of them popping open maybe in a week or so, if you store this properly in just a cool, dry place out of the wind, where the dogs don't eat it or something, you can put pollen on the ones that open a little bit later. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and cut off a few pieces here of this. In fact, we'll probably end up giving you that. I also, just to show you, what I do at home is I'll cut a bunch of these flowers flower clusters as they become available, and I'll hang them upside down over a sheet of like floor paper or craft paper or newspaper, and then I just kind of massage them from time to time, and pollen literally falls out of them. After I've done that with several of these, you actually get pollen like flour or talcum powder on this paper, and you can scoop it up with like a business card or something and put it through a sieve, and then put it through a funnel into a bottle like this, little squirt bottle, and then I don't know if that really shows up all that well, but you can see
The dust just kind of comes out.
the dust, poof, 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 poof. Well, shake it a little.
I think I get the idea, but yeah, that's kind of cool.
It doesn't take much of this to pollinate your female date palm.
Nice.
Your flowers, yeah. So let me get this. I'll put it here. We'll also take a few of these. Now these older ones, they're dropping pollen all over the place. The pollen is wind-borne, so it will blow all over and away. But if it touches the female on its way out of here, it pollinates her pretty well. So we'll carry a little bit of these too. Let me grab my knife.
Okay.
And we'll go into the yard.
That's a big knife.
Yeah, it's a date palm.
Scott's got some special tools for the date palms now. Scott hooked me up with some people that whom I bought my date palms trees from, and I've been waiting for this exciting moment for the last 2 years since we planted these in front of my house. So I'm very excited because yesterday when I was talking to Scott on the phone, we discovered this one here. Did you look at them already?
Yeah.
And this one has the flowers showing, and out of all the bad news that I've been receiving, I'm trying to focus on the good, and so this is very, very nice. So there's the use.
One of the things I use this knife for, and it's a little harder on the medjool, is to prune off the spines without damaging the leaf too much. Hopefully.
Yeah, these things are extremely spiky. They're very sharp.
Cut that off. That's just so I can get my hands back in there and not hurt myself too much.
Yeah.
Like that.
I was trying to feel the flowers yesterday, and got me pretty good.
Bleed a little bit doing that. So. Okay, so this is, of course, because this palm is so small, her little flowers are just real tiny right now. So you'll get a little bit of fruit this year from this.
Nice.
If we do this right. But, you know, don't expect a whole lot when they're young. Each year they make a little bit more. So what I do is this spathe material, this is actually the envelope that that flower develops in. I pull that back and try to cut that off without damaging these flowers. So like that. Okay. So
Nicely
now you
done.
can see
Oh, yeah.
when you sometimes you thin these. On this you probably shouldn't have to, but these are the medjool variety of date. In order to get the big medjools, they very often thin them so that instead of having a whole lot of dates, they have a few, but each one is bigger. You want to get those big, almost hen-sized fruits, hen egg-sized fruits. But sometimes one of the first thinning operations they'll do is they'll cut this center part out. They just cut that off. On this, we probably don't have to do that because there's
Why
just
the center?
well, that helps thin this out. So all these little BBs, all these little white BB looking things can become a date, okay? Date with a seed in it. So if I were to cut this much out, that would thin potentially this many dates out of it. It would also open up the center a little bit so you had good air circulation and space so that when the fruit matures, it has good air circulation and it has space to go into. So what I do now is I kind of pull these strands apart to make sure that they're apart. If you've got your pollen in a bottle like this, you can go poof, 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 poof. Okay, that is more than enough pollen for that.
Yeah,
That's plenty of pollen.
that's plenty.
I stick my
And it's already getting to work there, huh?
Yeah, it's already getting to work. Now, just to be extra sure, in case they weren't quite ready for that, I will sometimes take the couple of pieces of the male and kind of put them into the center of the female. Well, she's pretty tiny. And then I will take a long piece of the leaf.
Oh, the natural way.
Yeah, you can also use a piece of string, like kite string with a slip knot in it.
But this is readily available right in the tree.
This just happens to be here, that's right. And I kind of tie that loosely. And the reason for that, one of the reasons for that, oops, well, that's not, that leaf was a little bit sketchy. That'll help hold these together so that they don't tangle with the leaves and with the other flower clusters that open.
Yeah, because there's one more here,
Yeah.
and that'll open up.
So in a few more
Hopefully.
days, this will probably be open in just a few days here.
And then I have another tree that has a few of them, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing on that palm you've got some that aren't open yet. Some of the other ones I don't see any yet.
so this is how we pollinate.
So that's how you pollinate it.
I appreciate your time. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you
very
sharing
much. You're
that
very
with us. And welcome to Suchu Farms, more than just Dobermans.
Yeah, I'll check these to make sure we don't have anything open.